You can't stop me. I mean, look at me, core man. Like Passos, he's a beast. I mean, he's not all that in the story, you know what I mean? But when you get to take control of him, he's untouchable, you know. Wrong video clip. Yeah. What's going on, gamers of the world? It's that boy Treezy here, and welcome to my Max Payne 3 guide. We are looking at nailing the breaking and entering achievement from the Deathmatch Made in Heaven DLC pack. Now, this is for breaking or entering or opening 15 containers or doors in a single game of Dead Man Walking. Now, let's start with the the facts first of all. It can't be or. It can't be either or. I think it's a cumulative total of doors and containers. You know what I mean? Dead Man Walking is the new mod, only available if you have the most recent DLC pack. It's co-op. It's just 2 players. It's a pretty good game mode, similar to Horde, so to speak, from like Gears. I know a lot of people expected New York Minute Hardcore co-op to come with the pack, but it didn't, to a lot of people's disappointments. But anyway, it is what it is. Now, I did try this achievement by myself in a private match. You know what I mean? Because I was searching in lobbies for randoms. I only got one game with one random who he wasn't shit or anything. It was just mainly the fact I didn't really know what I was doing, and obviously playing with randoms, they're not always interested in achievements. They just want to play the game where I'm just trying to open every door and container that I could. Didn't really know exactly what I was doing. Now, I had a boosting session in where one guy came and helped me out with a specific achievement I was going for, in return for me helping him out with this achievement. Now, with this achievement, like I said, it's got to be done in co-op, public co-op. So, you know what I mean, take a buddy, try it at random, it's up to you. It's not that hard, but again, it's a knowledge. It's just knowing exactly how things work. So you look at the bottom right corner of the screen, you've got 4 boxes next to your silhouette, so to speak. The the picture of the body with the painkillers, with how many painkillers you've got in. That is your grit meter. Basically, when you're killing enemies, you build up grit. But what I didn't realise at the time was you have 4 levels of grit. So, as you can see here now, my TA buddy, Handcrafted Dam, needs himself some painkillers. He needed 1 square of grit, like bronze level grit, copper level grit, to open that pill cabinet. So obviously that counts as 1 towards his achievement. The only thing then is you can't use the same cabinet again until you earn X amount of points. It'll tell you how many points you need to earn on each cabinet, each pill cabinet, weapon cabinet, whatever. So even though people's initial approach might be, oh yeah, let's just camp in the pub, you know what I mean, or just try and hold down one place, it's very hard to actually do. The thing that I kind of like about the DLC is you do need to be on the move. You know what I mean? Ammo is not very generous. You do have to scavenge enemy weapons as well. You know what I mean? Once you've opened all the cabinets in a certain area, you're going to have to go and open a door and move somewhere else. Now, with this kind of knowledge in mind, you know what I mean, it might start making people think, well, you know, if I'm going to open different doors and whatnot, is that going to allow enemies to surround us more? Well, no, not entirely. I guess people with a zombie kind of mind frame would think that, but it's not. The enemies are not really that aggressive. If you ask me, I personally didn't think they were that tough. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, this pub itself is a pretty good spot to hold down. But yeah, there is flanking opportunities like this stairway, for example. Enemies could easily come up those stairs and come behind you while you're trying to hold down the main door, but a lot of the time it's not the case, or you might have one or two enemies who come through, but obviously they come in, they yell in the odds, you know what I mean, they give the position away, jobs are good. Also, as you saw there, you can be put into the last man standing situation, where if you've got the pills, you get the chance to shoot the guy who's put you in that position to recover. Unfortunately, I didn't recover after the initial recovery, so I died, so to speak. But in this situation, if you're playing with someone else, you're automatically captured. At that point, you'll be teleported to a random spot on the map. You'll be immobilized, so to speak. You won't be able to move, you won't be able to do anything, you'll just be able to switch cameras. That's when your other partner has to come and save you, and then you can get back in the game. You do keep pretty much most of the grit that you earned, but you lose all your weapons, you lose your pills, and the other player has to use a square of grit to free you. You know what I'm saying? So, really getting into this. So all in all, you know what I mean, get a buddy, get a booster, whatever. Don't try and let one guy open everything to start with. It's not going to work. It's a very good and very teamwork required game mode. You know what I mean? You're both going to have to open stuff. You're both going to have to open doors. You're both going to need weapons. Just play it like you're playing it to win. You know what I mean? And then in this instance, when I'm playing with Dan, I unlocked my achievement quite a bit earlier than he did, because getting more kills, you get more points, you get more grit. So obviously, I unlock my stuff faster. When that's the case, I like let him open more stuff, but still get the essentials that I need. You know what I mean? If I'm going to open a pill cabinet in the pub, I'm going to tell Dan I'm taking them pills. If you need pills, let me know. We'll go head somewhere else. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the basis for the doors and containers. Doors you can only open once, and then that's it. They're done with. You can't mess with them again. Always think about, you know, if you're gonna have to go somewhere else and try and get pills, weapons, whatever, is it gonna be worth it at the time to use a grit to open the door first and then go and try and get your weapon? Because some weapons require 2 squares of grit. You know what I mean? You'll go to the silver grit, the gold grit, the platinum grit, and obviously opening a silver weapon crate will use 2 blocks of grit. So you've got to be kind of strategic like that. The enemies themselves, not overly tough, but when they start coming in numbers and swarming in numbers, it gets pretty dangerous. You can see in this situation now, this is a boss where enemies are like really, you know what I mean, equipped and upgraded to the socks. Dan's been captured from rolling solo, running away like a little pussy, but there's no shame in that. You know what I mean? Because instead of just standing there like a man trying to go slow-mo, take on like 4 bosses, run away, you know what I mean, get yourself back together, regroup, try and free your partner, whatever, you know what I mean, just play it safe, because obviously if your partner's captured and you die, it's game over for both of you. The only problem is if when your partner's captured, you do need to use grit to free him. So if you haven't even got that 1 block of grit, you're gonna have to grind it out and try and get some kills first to build your grit up to go and free your partner. So you know what I mean? It's not as simple as it may seem at first. It's not hard. You just need to know what's what. And obviously with this guide and all the tips and tricks and advice I've supplied here, hopefully it'll help guys out. Because personally, I haven't really seen any guides thus far for the DLC. I mean, I know it's not new anymore, but I've just got around to playing it, enjoyed it a lot, highly recommended. So I thought I'd put a video together and hopefully that'll help people out. Your achievement will unlock in game once you've opened enough containers, and then it's up to you what you want to do. We personally quit as soon as we had our achievements. We was out of there. But it is a top game or top DLC, and that's that. So I hope this guide has helped you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.